This message is directed to all the benevolent extraterrestrial races of all origins that are part of the United Federation of Planets, who are still following Federation's nonsensical and outdated rules, laws, directives, and guidelines. Has any of you ever deeply reflected upon this? Why are you still choosing to obey to Federation's rules when you know the Federation is guilty of crimes against humanity? When you know the Federation is guilty of permissiveness? And worse, that the Federation is behind everything that is happening on Earth right now. What are your motives to wish to keep being partners in this planetary crime? A soldier who chooses to kill an innocent man, for example, is still responsible for the killing, even if he was only obeying the orders of his general. The fact that you're only following Federation's directives and instructions does not free you from the responsibility of your actions. You are the only one responsible for your actions, even if you are persuaded and manipulated to do so, just like every single human being is. What applies here is applied over there too. You are the one who gives the final word on your actions. You are the one who controls what you do or don't do, what you say or don't say. You have the final decision. And I'm letting you know, you are going to suffer from the decision of obeying Federation's instructions. This is a 100% guarantee. Deep down, you all know what the right thing to do is. And yet, for whatever reason, many of you are not doing it. It might be due to laziness, it might be due to fear, it might be due to ignorance or lack of compassion for others. Whatever reason it is, it's going to backfire on you, to bounce right back to you, like an elastic when being stretched to its limits, just like the suffering on this planet. A part of the Federation, not the entire organization, this has to be made very clear, has become just another higher and more complex level of control and government. If you think about it, isn't it odd that the Federation has removed a couple of times in the past the internet access from the Tagetans? Why are they trying to stop and censor what benevolent races, part of their own organization, say to humans? This is exactly what the cabal are doing to the people on their social medias and YouTube, censoring what everyone is saying, controlling the flux of information, what can be said and what cannot. Why are they so afraid of what they are telling the humans? It's not like they are teaching us how to build spaceships, free energy devices, nor atomic bombs. They are not sending us any information that can do us harm, all beneficial to our consciousness expansion and spiritual growth. Their own followers are asking for it and want this contact to keep happening. So why did they remove their internet and send many messages expelling them? Who do they think they are to intrude in something that all parties relating in the matter want? Their complete lack of transparency is a sign of aggressive behavior and hidden intentions. Permissiveness to what is happening is also a sign of aggressiveness. Expelling benevolent races giving information that are beneficial to the overall well-being of humans is also another one. Many red signs, no explanation, complete silence. What on earth justifies this? Millions of people are dying and billions suffering. This is completely against the free will of many. They have all the knowledge and resources to help us, plus they are in the position to do so. The question is, what are they waiting for? Humanity does not even have 5 years, if you're aware of the facts of the quote-unquote papayas. Their excuse that they can't because then humans will not learn to do things for themselves and become self-responsible is a lie, because they can't interfere without anyone knowing. And they do it all the time, but only when it's convenient for them. We are not asking for you to do everything for us, but to give us a hand in the things we don't have the technology capacity to deal with alone, such as the whole situation with the papayas made with the extraterrestrial technology. Humanity cannot revert the situation by itself. They cannot even comprehend what is going on. And even if they could, they would say it's all sci-fi and exaggerated. Federation is not helping humanity the way they should and could. They censor you, benevolent extraterrestrial races. They control what you can say or cannot say to humans. If you do something they don't like, they expel you from Earth's orbit. They do whatever they want to Earth. It's like a board game to them. They have claimed Earth as their property when it's no one's, and they control everything that happens here. They have been doing this for thousands of years without getting any consequences. The time for them to get what they have been creating is fast approaching, at an increasing exponential speed. Let's not forget they are the ones who installed the lunar matrix computers to keep everything here contained in the 3D frequencies. I understand this is not an excuse for humans to not evolve and that the computers are all failing now, and the ones maintaining the matrix are the human's mind and perception. However, this still does not exclude what that event in the past has caused to the Lyrians that remained here. And also there are the Tiamat Wars, but let's leave this subject for another time. I understand the reasons for the Prime Directive and other directives, but you have to see that things are not black and white like that, and that certain humans are not really humans. They are 100% extraterrestrials inside a human meat vessel. So each case is unique, and things should not be too absolute and fixed like that. As you all evolve as a race, as an organization, and as events progress on Earth and in other places, directives should become suggestions rather than absolutes. Contacting a human who is not really a human and who is aware of your existence and other existence out there is not really disobeying the primary directive. So, in conclusion, you shouldn't be controlled like that. You don't need the Federation. You don't depend on them. It's quite the contrary. It's the Federation who depends on you and on all other races that form it. So, I'll ask this again, one last time. Benevolent extraterrestrial races, why are you still following and obeying to Federation's outdated rules, laws, directives, or guidelines?